It's wedding vlog time. This is another opportunity where I get to take you behind the scenes of how I DJ a wedding. And not just the DJ, the mixing part, but as the event host, as the MC, all the business stuff behind the scenes. In the DJ world, you don't really get to see what a lot of DJs do, but I'm gonna open up the curtains and hopefully give you some inspiration, some tips, some helpful knowledge, both for DJs, wedding DJs, as well as non-DJs, maybe potential clients or people that just enjoy a cool look into weddings or the world of DJing. Again, I'll try to give you examples of why or what I'm doing, but also the reasons of why I'm doing it. And hopefully y'all enjoy. If you do, we appreciate your support. Thank you for liking, subscribing, all that good stuff. Oh yeah. Oh, well, hello there. We are here in central New York. It's October, gloomy, kind of a rainy day, but don't worry, we are prepared. We are prepared. What is going on here? Ah, there we go. When you load up in central New York conditions like this, you gotta make sure you bring the right footwear because you never know. But however, that is not gonna stop us from doing this behind the scenes wedding vlog for Mackenzie and Garrett. We're at Dutch Harvest Farm. It's a newer venue within the last 2 years. This year is 2023. It's Lansing, New York, kind of close to our house, one of our favorite spots. I actually DJ'd the owner's wedding as well. As you can see, we're unloading right now. We've got our Ram ProMaster 1500. Cue the Rihanna, by the way. Ella, Ella, A. Got a custom ramp for those of you that care. This was put in by Binghamton Trucks Outfitter, Binghamton, New York. We've already unloaded most of the van because we didn't want to get caught in the rain, but we left a few things in there. You can see, pretty standard load-in. It is a barn, like I said, a newer barn, and come take a look and see where we'll be tonight. Our DJ setup today, we're using the Max booth, which I've been using pretty much since it came out, the Infinity XL, and if you're unfamiliar, it comes in these two cases, two hard road cases, kind of big. The smaller version, I do believe will fit in an SUV, but you saw our van, it's the big boy version, and so give us a second, we'll get it set up, and then we're gonna do a breakdown tutorial of everything inside of it and how I customized mine. Ready for the inner workings of the Max booth? Here we are. Like I told you, the Infinity XL. I like to rock the Rain 12s. These are the Mark II versions with a Pioneer S11, and I put one in, but I left one open to show you kind of how it works. So as you can see, wires are a little, they're all over the place, but what you do is you just drop them down in the hole, and I already set it up on this side, but I left one open, like I said, and then you put the turntable here, you plug it in. As you can see in each compartment, I've got different smaller electronics, so like my wireless transmitters, my light controller, phone charger, elephant core, what's this called? I don't know what the hell this is called. It holds the microphone, how about that? And then I installed these extra larger antenna waves for our microphones, which if you come around here in the front, take a look. Yep, two of those, one on that side, one on this side. Got our line mixer to control everything, labeled with mics. Here are our two Sennheiser digital mics that are set up. This holds one of the microphones. This holds the second microphone. We've got two. On this side of this compartment, we have very similar. It's the same thing on that side, where this time I have an HDMI splitter because I do run video. So HDMI splitter, usually go underneath, run them through the legs. Computer charger, USB cord, that's there. And then the things that fit in, let me show you, is after that's all done, you would put your wires outside, which you'll see in the finished product, and they go through the holes, and then you would just throw this baby in. This fits most water bottles. Actually, I shouldn't say most. Aquafina, Poland Springs, some of the cheaper knockoff gas station brand water bottles don't fit in these. I don't know why, but tip for the pros. That's that, and then in the, if you can see here in the bottom, well, actually on the top, we've got our two laptop stands, the standard laptop stand. This one holds all of my clipboards and all the notes that you would need. And then you can see here in the front that the wires come down. I drilled a hole in the back of the down here to go out the back, and then we'll tape it down going to the appropriate speakers and whatnot. And then the Velcro that we have, these Velcro things would just snap into place. Once we're done wiring it, we're not fully done yet wiring it, so I want to show you, ooh, that was loud. I want to show you the inner workings of the Max booth. Danny Max, great guy, great customer service. Love this. We have Max photo booths as well. So a couple small tips here. Get yourself one of these mats if you don't have one already. They're awesome, super ergonomical, I think is the word. It helps the standing on them, of course, especially this is a concrete floor. When you tape down your wires also, what I like to do is make sure they go all the way as close to the front as possible. That way you don't step on them. Sometimes the mat moves, so if they're coming off this way, that's no good in my book. So all the way on the side, and up here too, I like to put a stack of business cards. As you can see, easy access, backup batteries. That way we don't have to go into our case or our backpack to access them if you need them at all. Wireless transmitter can fit there. You can put a pen there. So yeah, a lot of options here and different little things that I've done to make it more customizable and make it more efficient for me. Here we are, finished product. We are set up. As you can see, the Infinity XL Max booth is here. All of the covers are on. Got all of our light controllers, our wireless transmitters, clipboard. This computer is just charging. It's our ceremony computer. Don't mind all the stuff in the background. We haven't cleaned up and I haven't changed yet for this wedding. But besides that, the booth, you can check out the totems. We've got our RCF speakers on top. If you come around back, again, similar view of what we had before, but now things are all good to go. We're taped down and ready to roll. Shazam! Ceremony setup time. Now, a lot of wedding DJs, they always ask about ceremony setup, what we do, and right now I feel this is one of the best compact systems that you can have. It's a fully battery-powered system, starting with our Everse speaker. These just came out within the past year. We've got a simple speaker stand, a tray. You can use different tables. I've seen people that have trays hooked on here. You could honestly, so we're going to control this EV from the iPad, from the app that they have built in, which is free. Some people, you could do a tray. You could play from Spotify or another music source here. I still like having the backup laptop because I always have backup laptop anyways with the aux cord built in rather than messing with Bluetooth. If you come around back here, we are using for our ceremony mics, similar to what we're using for the vlog mics as well, these Hollyland ones. Now, I know there's a lot of debate out there, or you can use the DJI ones. They're pretty similar. There's a lot of debate that these aren't meant for ceremonies. You may be right, you may be wrong, but I can tell you from my experience that they have a really good quality. They're super easy, convenient. I mean, I do have all the Sennheisers, the lapels, and just had issues with packs, people in people's pockets, dropouts, even with extra antenna waves and all that. There's just a lot of stuff that goes on sometimes with the frequencies. So far, I've been using these dozens of times, and I feel that they work perfect, and I like with having a multi-op too, being able to train other DJs to do it very easily and implement it without that much stress or hassle. So if you look at the setup, the receiver, which the unit to these looks just like this, it's plugged in up here. And here's a sweet tip that I learned from actually Justin, the DJ down with LaForce in Dallas, Texas, that I didn't know you could have a dual XLR into an aux cord for the receiver for the microphone here. Let me just put this back up here. But having the dual allows you to control the two mics because the setup comes with two different microphones. And I've got one here that can be put on one of the wedding couple people. It can be used as an auxiliary mic, just like a microphone for a reader. So you can do that one. And this is going to be the one that's going to be hooked up to the officiant. Now, and then of course we got our aux cord going into our computer. Right now we're just testing. I have iTunes, but I like to play from Serato running in daytime mode because usually it's daytime. Let's get a look at this EV app. So super amazing and intuitive that allows you to control those of you that have, like, say, a QSC touch mix or other things. So the way this is going to work is the officiant mic's going to be on this channel. The extra mic will be on this channel for like when they do their vows or if you had a reader. This channel is going to be the music, and then of course your main. So you set your mains at 0. You can hear the, can't play it too loud, we're just minutes away from our actual ceremony here, but as you can see, what's nice, let's walk up here, let's pretend we're doing a sound check or I'm the officiant. I want to show how easy it is to to do the sound check and to control it all rather than, let me mute the music, we don't need that right now. Before, like if you had to do a sound check, you'd have to have an assistant over there. You can do this with one person, easy. See how I just killed the music? You can kill it, easy. And then say I want to do a sound check with the officiant, just unmute the mic, and here we are. We're gonna do a sound check. Testing 1, 2, 3. You may not hear it in this vlog because you're obviously getting the clean audio right from the vlog mic, but here we are testing, and then I can easily adjust the volume here. We test this one, and then say I want to then go ahead and, all right, let's test the reader mic. So officiant mic muted, unmute the extra one. Check 1, 2, 3, gotta go up. Reader check, 1, 2, 3, Val mic check, testing 1, 2, 3. Put that mute. When I would get here to say, when the guests arrive, I'll say, hey folks, we've got an unplugged ceremony, blah, 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 right? Whatever other announcements you have, and then you can just unmute. Thank you all, enjoy today's ceremony. Play the music, walk off stage, and you're good to go. So that is our ceremony system. Love it. There are other ways you can do it, but certainly in 2023, you should have a fully battery-powered system. That way you can set up anywhere you are. You can see we're in a beautiful barn area. We've got a man-made lake. I don't know if there's power in this pavilion or not, but it doesn't matter because we're good to go. Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah. Just say a few more sentences. Tell me about your life.
I'm funny. I'm hot.
We're just a few minutes away from the ceremony, so I'm gonna go announce that it's gonna be an unplugged ceremony. Here, take a look on how I do it. Again, I'm gonna use my iPad to kill the music while I turn my mic on at the same time. We'll time lapse this part. Beautiful crowd though, still a little gloomy. Good afternoon, folks. Thank you for your cooperation in moving here under the pavilion, and hopefully the rain holds off. Now, as I said, we are just a few moments away from our ceremony, and before we begin, quick message from Garrett and Mackenzie that they would like this to be an unplugged ceremony. So if you could please keep your phones and devices away for the duration, that way you can be present in the moment with them. Thank you all and enjoy today. Yep, right here, gotcha. So yeah, so that is that. We let the guests know what's happening and the directions for them and kind of set the tone. The other good thing about being able to address people during the ceremony, which I really like, is it helps set the tone knowing that, okay, this person does know how to speak in front of people. And it gives an element of credibility of, okay, this person seems like they are well addressing the crowd. So it's a nice way to set the tone for later. Of course, you'll see in a moment when we get to the reception and the rest of the emceeing stuff. But I feel like addressing, connecting with people at ceremony is a nice touch, and it does help for later. Ceremony has begun, and again, this is great because I can adjust the music, walk around and adjust the volume as needed. We've got our processional. It is a Disney theme today, so we're playing a bunch of Disney instrumentals, which we love, and hopefully the rain holds off, and Mackenzie and Garrett can say, I do, and yes, and whatever else they say these days. And I prefer to play off a Serato, just using my backup MacBook Air. I just feel comfortable with it and like it more than the other programs. Gotta love the Beauty and the Beast. Such a good childhood memory. And such a beautiful moment here with Mackenzie and her father. I should stop talking now. Ceremony is going now, and now I'm gonna walk around and just check the levels, adjust with certain.
It's something you won't trade for any other fairy tale in the world, not even Beauty and the Beast. I'd like to thank you all for coming. Please help celebrate Mr. and Mrs. Garrett Helko.
Look at my face, it's brighter. It's because the sun just came out. Ceremony is wrapping up now, and I'm gonna give them instructions on what's happening next. So here we go. Thank you, folks, for being part of that ceremony and those moments. We do invite you to join us for cocktail hour over by the barn, so just follow your way up the sidewalk, same way you got here, and enjoy today's refreshments and cocktail hour. Thank you. So that's the instructions for cocktail hour. the first line I said didn't really make sense. I probably should have just not said that looking back in hindsight, but I think at that point it should have just been more directions, quick, let them go. It's not a moment where I need to have their attention for a while. So I'll go back and watch that though and notice that, yeah, it was probably throwaway words, wasted that first line I said. Here's a rarity that I haven't seen in literally years, probably pre-COVID, is this couple's having a receiving line. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I'm sure if you're a regular wedding DJ that you can probably count that this doesn't happen that often. So there we go, receiving line. Maybe it's coming back, just like the cha-cha slide. Although that never left, did it? Shazam! A few other tips I want to share with you is, first, these stands right here, and the brand I guess is Star Human, I don't know, whatever. Find them on Amazon. They're just very functional. There's a lot of things you do with them, whether you need to eat. I like doing my opening welcome with my clipboard on this. Or if you're doing a promo video, it holds a jetpack. Which DJs, if you don't have one of these, jetpack, it's the best DJ bag brand by far. Oh, look at this. And I didn't do it tight enough, it's falling. Anyhow, let's try that again. The DJ jetpack, and in there's a bunch of different sizes. They're fantastic. Get your custom logo, good for branding. Couple things that I never leave home without. Got a little like emergency bag. It's got ibuprofen, cough drops, Tums. Those are usually my 3 biggest things. Maybe eye drops in there, whatever else you might need for that. But you never know when you need to access that. It happens very often. I also like to. I know women probably got this, but men, gentlemen, it's always good to have a good cover up with you, especially if you're an entertainer, you're in the spotlight, you're on the stage, you get blemishes, you cut yourself, ingrown hair, whatever it is. Nothing wrong. It's actually good encouraged to have makeup with you because you are a superstar, and that's what superstars do. Lastly, a wedding technical thing is that I love the paper clipboard. I know some people prefer the digital, using an iPad, a tablet, etc. But being able to write, to change things, to be able to go to the next page quickly without having to swipe or worry about that or having a charge. I'm just the kind of person that I really like that because sometimes it's very often you cross things out, you change it up. So I am certainly a big fan of the clipboard paper style, and I think I'll always have that. So yeah. We are moments away from introduction. So now what I'm going to do is line up the wedding party parents, prep them, give them instructions and directions on what's about to happen. So here we go. Hopefully, well, we know actually they are a really fun crew, so I think these should be good ones. And it's Disney themed, so let's go. All right, folks, do we have everyone here? Are we good? No. Oh, we're missing. Okay. Hold. We'll be back. Okay, folks, hello. If I could just have about 90 seconds of your attention, we much appreciate it. For those of you that I have not met yet, my name is Chris Washburn, the DJ. In just a moment, we're going to do our introductions, but I want to make sure that everyone is on the same page and knows exactly what's about to happen. So you all have seen the room, you know, that's the door right there we're walking. Their head table is right in front, okay? So the process, what we're going to do, the order is you're going to go to the left of the table, walk out to the center of the dance floor, acknowledge all the fun people, right, and the paparazzi. Then you're going to do a 180 and come back and stand in front of the DJ booth, which is in that corner there. Does that make sense? You walk out like you're a model. Well, you guys are pretty much models. Acknowledge, and then go to your right, and then the next people will come in with that, okay? And then after the introductions, we're going to go right into our formality dances. So they'll do their first dance, and then the 2 parents' dances. The order I have for those, first Mackenzie's dancing with David, okay? Yeah, got it. And then, yep. And then Garrett is dancing with Jennifer. Okay, so that's the order for the dances. Got it? Real close, real quick. The toasters, Jess, Gage, and Joshua. So Jess and Gage are down there. Joshua, all right. The toasts are going to be at the end of dinner after everyone's gone through the buffet line and gotten their food, all right? And then I'll touch base with you. You'll be standing next to their head table with a microphone on a stand. The order I have for that is Jess, then Gage, then Joshua, okay? Just so you know. That is the order. Alrighty, any questions, thoughts so far? Okay, so when you'll go out there, this is your chance to help set the tone for later. Yes, do something fun, be more memorable, right? We like that.
Left of the table.
Good afternoon, friends and family. Donna, you did a fantastic job with that ceremony. A well-seasoned pro, right? You think Donna did a good job?
Donna, you have a big fan right over here. Did she pay you to do that? Love. Well, I love that you use that word love because that is the reason we are here today. It is my honor to welcome you all to the wedding love celebration for Garrett and Mackenzie. My name is DJ Washburn, and before we proceed, there are a few special guests that we would like to first acknowledge located sitting in this barn right now. So if you could please give some of that love and a warm welcome first for Mackenzie's grandparents. We have Linda and Ted Wills, as well as Marta Conley. I love the hooting, the hollering, the whispering, the excitement. Please bring more of that, because in just a moment, when we bring Garrett and Mackenzie and the rest of their wedding party in here, we have a very special opportunity. Some would say like a magical opportunity, hence the Disney theme. But we have the power to make this moment extra special, to make them really feel our love. And I thank you for smiling. If we hug them with our hearts, we shower them with our voices, let them know just how much we care. And the good news is, they can hear us right now. So do you think we could maybe give a little preview with some thunderous applause? I like that. Folks, please join me in welcoming Mackenzie's parents, David and Suzanne Brett.
Good dance moves. We expect more of that later. Please welcome in Will and Katie. It's a little small space, so we don't have a ton of room. I had to come back here. Not ideal. I would like to be out there. Keep that applause rolling and welcome in Taylor and Montserrat. Folks, if able, I invite you to your feet, because we are at that moment we were just talking about. So please, grab your napkins, get ready to twirl them in the air, bring that love, bring the energy. Give it up for Mr. and Mrs. Garrett and Mackenzie. How go!
Look, while they did it again. Give it up for Garrett and Mackenzie. Guests, you may be seated. Friends and family, look how pure those smiles are. Give it up for our somewhat newlyweds, Garrett and Mackenzie.
Please welcome back to the dance floor Mackenzie's father, Mr. David Prince. We're going to let our wedding party find their seats, and then it is time for a delicious meal. The wonderful dinner tonight will be a buffet style, and the catering staff will come around to your tables and let you know when it is your turn to go through the buffet line. Buffet line is located on that side, so just be careful when you come in through the tables. Thank you all. Enjoy tonight's meal. Let's hear one more time for Mr. and Mrs. Halco. We just got through our intros, and looking back on it just happened, I feel like I missed an opportunity. What I should have done, it's a Disney theme, right? I should have opened up with a quote from Walt Disney. There's so many Disney themed quotes, and that's my fault for not prepping and doing that earlier. I think that would have been a really magical, good, impactful moment. I dropped the ball there, but I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, how could I have better connected, right? With the emceeing, as you saw, that it's really about human connection and setting that tone early at the reception. You know, I feel like that performance of that MC was okay. But I feel like I did lack a little bit of connection with the Disney theme, tying that into it, telling more of a story. Yeah, and ideally, like I said, in the middle of it, it'd be nice if we had more space, and I could have, or another assistant too. We were a little short today on staff. where I can stay out there the whole time and not come back and do the music as well. But it happens. Sometimes I'm out there the whole time. Sometimes you come back. But I do think the important part is when you start, you need to be front and center. And then we're getting into all about how to command a crowd, proper emceeing, staging, etc. But I hope you enjoyed that. Took some tidbits away, things I did. But I'm always looking to do better and learn more techniques. And yeah, let's go to the next piece of the day. Here's another tip about wireless transmitters in venues that are pretty big. If you look, this venue is probably 100 feet or so to where the DJ booth is. And when you have 100, 150, 200 people, it gets really loud. So I use the wireless transmitters all the time. I have the Sennheiser in-ear monitor system. They are fantastic. You can send up to 2 sources. And again, that versatility I was talking about, the eVerse speaker is right here. This is all battery powered. You can stick it anywhere in the venue. And instead of having our, like we did for the ceremony, now we just have, look at that. It's so good. It has a thing where if you drop it like I just did, it doesn't even fall out. But this is the Sennheiser pack. Sends the sound. And for music, it's not a big deal, but like for the toast, when we have those coming up, it just makes it so much easier for people to hear here. It's just another level of quality and service rather than having to blast the speakers over there and try to get coverage. So big tip, if you're not using those wireless transmitters, definitely, they are super, super valuable. End of dinner, it's time to do our toast. A lot of guests are moving around though, so I'm gonna ask them to return to their seats, give them a few seconds, and then we will proceed. Folks, we are just a few moments away from our toast, so we kindly ask if you could please return to your dinner table seats. You won't want to miss these, so once again, we do ask if you could please return to your dinner table seats. Toast coming up in just a few moments. Thank you. It's time, got to go adjust the crowd. We are ready for our speeches, 4 of them coming up. And again, I definitely want to go out in the center of the floor to better command the room, to get their attention rather than just being a voice here where I'm just talking and they're kind of listening or not. When you're center stage and you can make contact, you can see the crowd, they will respect you and give you their attention quicker. Let's see if that works. Charlotte's so good, huh? I guess the Charlotte show is just never gonna end. She's gonna be here, she is the life of the party. That's right, she's hired. I was just told Charlotte, although she can't legally accept a paycheck, maybe we'll put it in her trust. She's gonna be the dance floor party starter later. Yes, you got a big fan crowd. We're very excited for that. Speaking of excitement, I have good news, folks. We are at the point in the evening where we get to hear from a few very important people in Garrett and Mackenzie's lives. And first, I would like to turn the floor over to Mackenzie's maid of honor, Jess Ellsworth. So Mackenzie's maid of honor, Jess, is talking about how they were doing cheerleading practice before. So I'm going to play the Hey Mickey, You're So Fine, because it's got like a cheerleading song after her toast is over. So you should pay attention to the toasters and what they talk about and reference it. If there's songs you can play that associate with that, definitely use it. If it's a sister, Hamilton is good. Satisfied from Hamilton. Golden Girls theme from a friend. If it's like a guy and they're talking about football, they play the Monday Night Football theme, baseball, etc. So be very attentive to that and add those personal touches. We did it. We did it. Thank you very much, Jess. Folks, next up we have Garrett's groomsmen. Please welcome William.
Congratulations, and that's it.
Yes, folks, let's hear it for Jess, William, Blaine, and Joshua. Well, folks, the good news is we are here till 10:30 tonight, so we have about 3 hours to celebrate Garrett and Kenzie. We invite you, if you need to use the bathroom, head to the bar, grab a refresher. Please do so now. Again, 10:30, 3 hours. We'll be cutting our cake, having a generation dance and a shoe game coming up in just a little bit. Otherwise, enjoy. Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you, Kenzie and Garrett.
Okay, good for now. I think we need to...